Good morning, pool fans. This is Diamond Dawson here at badboys.tv. Yes, that's not right. We've got a singles match for you here between Jeremy Atkins and Eddie Chapman. This is a race to 5. Gonna run out and check with the players. I believe they've started, or he might just be taking a practice rack. Well, no, the way you should look at the table, I believe we started. Good morning, boss man. How we doing? I believe this is Eddie Chapman at the table. I'm almost sure. Yeah, it is. Gonna try and cross back. Make that 5. Oh, he got a double kiss. Oh, it almost dropped. Alrighty, so Jeremy is going to come to the table. Jeremy plays out of the pool hall, and he wants to shout out to Tony and Alex and the gang from down there. And Eddie plays out of 21 pool room. This is a race to 5. I didn't mention that. Yeah, boss man, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I feel like I'm just waking up too. I've actually been up since about 7, but get down here and get everything going. These 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. days are going to kill me. But we do what we got to do, right? Jeremy just undercut that just a little bit. Jeremy's nickname is Bloody. I don't know if that's good or bad. All right, Eddie back at the table. Just got 1 ball left and then the 8. Should be able to stop shot. And Eddie takes the first game to go up 1-0. All right, folks, if you're tuning in out there, be sure to slide over and hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate all the likes and shares we get. You can share this with the local bars that these guys play out of or any friends and family. We do what we can do to keep these free streams coming to you, but it does take a little sponsorship, and the more likes and shares we get, the more sponsors want to be involved. Our BadBoys.TV sponsors are JB Cases, Diamond Billiard Products, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, Lippman Lights, and Hustling USA Clothing. We also want to shout out to the Pool Hall, the local pool hall here in Huntington, West Virginia. It's owned by Tony Lovejoy, and does a lot for the pool community around here, and also McComb Sears Monument Company. And a big shout out to the operators of Sandy and Chris, and hopefully I'm not leaving anybody out, with ACS. This is the first annual ACS West State Championship, West Virginia. Just had Tony out there making the opening announcement. I'm not sure if y'all could hear that. Welcoming everybody to the event. Today is the start of singles. We crowned the Scotch Doubles champions in 2 divisions yesterday. Congratulations to those winners. Some really good matches yesterday in Scotch Doubles. All right, Jeremy's got a good run going here on this one. It's going to have tough to get back up to the 7. Probably going to want to draw back out of this, I believe, on this 2-ball. Get over for the 5. Yep, nice shot. Boy, and that 8's in a tough spot, too. Kind of got a cluster of stripes around it there. Oh, he played that nicely. Went a little too deep. Went up table a little too far. This actually cuts into our left side pocket, but not going to leave any shape on the 8 unless he can make it off the 14 and knock that 14 out of his way. Boy, that's the shot right there. If he can get that 7 off of the 14 sitting next to that side pocket, it'll knock it out of his way for a shot on the 8. Let's see if this happens here. Just cut it a little short. So that's going to bring Eddie to the table. And he's got that cluster of stripes around the 8-ball there, but all of them are separated enough to where I think he can get a run going. We'll see what happens here. Oh, and the deep shelf got him on the diamond tables. You got to hit these pockets dead center with that deep shelf. We're going to see lots of balls rattling this week. Most of these players, I think, play on valleys. I know the pool hall has diamonds. Not sure how many other local bars around here have the diamonds. Definitely a little different than the valleys. The shelf depth's a little deeper on the slate. So balls tend to hold up in those pockets a little more. All right, Eddie's going to see if he can get something going again here. I think he hit that a little firmer than we would like to, but he should still be okay. 14 ball goes in the side. Got a nice little bump there. I believe the 11 will go past the 7. Yep. Did a good job of getting the cue ball back down to middle of the table there. Boss man, you're more than welcome. Most of the matches today, I'll be back here commentating by myself, so you can come put a headset on, and since you know a lot of these players, makes it easy when you know who's who. So you're more than welcome to come down. All right. Eddie came back a little further than he wanted to, so he's gonna bank it. He pointed for the right corner pocket. And just a little long on the bank there, so he's going to leave Jeremy a shot on the 7, and he'll probably want to draw back to have 8 in the top left corner. Got to hit this stroke smooth. Make sure you hit the center of that pocket. Yeah, man, he did that nice. Alrighty, and Jeremy takes that game, so we have a match 1-1. Again, we want to thank people for tuning in. Be sure and like and share the stream with any of the friends and family of players. We're at the Doubletree by Hilton in downtown Huntington, West Virginia, for the first annual 2023 West Virginia State Championships put on by ACS. Well, he used a head ball break, but he did not get any separation there. About half the balls are still clustered up down here on the back end. So both players are going to have a little work to do to get those balls separated out, pick pockets for them. So boy, there's not a good opening shot here for Jeremy either. I mean, he can maybe swing at this 3 ball. Yeah. So he's probably going to be taking solids. That's about the only shot he's got. Oh, and he got it to swing. He circled the pocket, but it went in. I tried to cross bank the 1, fell a little short there. All right, so Eddie's going to decide to break this up. Just keep an eye on this 8 ball. Oh, no. He went for a shot. I thought he was maybe just breaking them up. He's going to cross bank the 9. And came up a little short there. Alright, Jeremy got his 7 away from that cluster there, so. And he kind of parked it up there close to a pocket, so that wasn't a bad shot there. Well, they're just going to continue to help each other make each other's balls, I guess. But they had to do what they did do to get their pocket balls out of that cluster, so 1 and 2 for Jeremy are kind of in tough spots. He could probably cross bank the 2 into the top right. We'll see if that's what he plays position for. Yep, looks like that's what he played position for. Gonna try and probably cross bank this 2. Didn't really have the angle for it, so kind of just went to try and break it out of there. Not a bad shot. He didn't leave Eddie anything too pretty. He does have a couple shots here he could take, but if I'm Eddie, I like taking this 12 ball. Go back to the end view here. This ball down close to him on this end of the table, if he could just tap it towards the rail and leave the cue ball over by the corner, right corner pocket, he'd have pretty good safety. He's going to go for a bank here. Nice shot. And that just opened everything up for him. Played that really nice, got the cue ball back out towards the middle of the table, and gonna have a couple shots to pick from here. Alright, I really don't see any problems left for Eddie. He can either slow roll this cue ball and hold it for the 9 in the bottom left corner, or come back across off the right rail over towards the left side of the table and have the 9 in the right side. There's lots of options he's got here, so let's see which route he decides to take. Yeah, Peyton, it kind of just depends on the tournament play. I know with the singles today, the schedule's pretty tight, so there's not going to be very many open tables. But yeah, if they get down later in the evening and some tables ain't being used, we'll definitely run minis. Nice shot there. Got perfect position there. Can just either stop this. Yep, stop shot. Have the 8 in the corner. That was a nice run out there by Eddie. Eddie takes a 2-1 lead. And Jeremy will have the break. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you are watching, be sure and hit that thumbs up button. Give us a like and a share. Let us know who you're rooting for over in the chat. You can shoot me a line. Let me know who you're rooting for or where you're watching from. Again, we want to thank our regular BadBoys.tv sponsors of JB Cases, Diamond Billiard Products, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, Lippman Lights, and Hustlin' USA Clothing. And local shout outs are to the Pool Hall and McComb Sears Monument Company. And again, thank you to the league operators and directors here for ACS for getting a hold of Bad Boys and asking us to come do this event. This is the first annual ACS West Virginia State Championships, and we hope that we can have many more to come. Make this a yearly event here. Alright, he got a good spread, and it is open after the break. So it looks like he's going to take stripes, and they're all laid out pretty good. Kind of got the 13 ball up in that top left corner with a couple of solids guarding it, but it's still makeable. This has to get on the left side of the table. From here, he can bring the cue ball back to the middle of the table and have lots of options. Kind of fell a little short there. I think he was wanting to run in between that 2 and 5, but he still got a shot here on the 9. Good little bump there on the 4. He's going to be kind of tree-topped over that 4, but should be okay with this 14 in the side pocket. And then he can also go up table. This might be a good time to get that 13 ball out of there. I think it's good to get this 13 ball out of there because you're going to run into the 3 and 7, and you want to have some balls on the table for options. You don't want to do that right before the 8 because then you could hook yourself on the 8 ball. So yeah, this is a good choice here to get that 13 out of there, have the cue ball hopefully bump through there. Played that very nice. So yep, he's got the 15. Looks like he's going to try and draw back off the rail. We'll see how he, yep, oh, there you go, up and down. Don't think he made it back down far enough, but I believe it goes past the 4 into the corner. Oh, yeah, that, oh, the deep shelf got him. Left himself perfect on the 8, though. Alright, we got somebody commenting on the chat. It's Biller RD. Is that kind of in reference to billiard? But he wrote in a foreign language that I can't read. We appreciate you tuning in and hitting us up in the chat, but I'm not bilingual. Oh, and Eddie got hooked by the shelf depth also. Now this ball's kind of deep in the pocket, so this isn't just a simple drawback shot. You know, you're bridged up over a ball in the pocket, so he's just gonna hit it soft, and he's kind of got the 7 guarding him up from scratching up table, so he should be okay here. And Jeremy takes that one to make this 2-2 race, or 2-2 score. Pretty even race going here. And Eddie will get the break. All right. Alright, Eddie's going to do a straight ahead break. Going to hit the head ball, it looks like. Oh, and didn't control his cue ball. Came right off and scratched in the side. So Jeremy's going to have the cue ball in the kitchen. That's one difference here is in ACS rules. Scratch on the break, it's shoot behind the line, so in the kitchen. I watched some of these players playing and shooting last night after the Scotch doubles ended, and we got some pretty salty players here. Gonna have a good lineup of matches today in singles. Looks like Jeremy's switching to the right hand and can shoot both ways. That's always nice. In case you leave yourself tough on the wrong side of the table, you can switch hands. I can't even hold my cue with my left hand. I shoot right-handed, and my right hand don't know how to bridge up, I guess. And I definitely couldn't shoot straight with my left hand. That's a good skill to have, though, being able to shoot with both hands. He kind of left himself in no man's land here. I think he can maybe see the 4. Oh, no, he's shooting stripes. I'm sorry. So he's still waking up this morning. He just overcut that one a little bit and ran it up into the rail. Eddie's going to start with this 2-ball and just play a little defensive move. I don't think he hit the cue ball very well, so Jeremy's going to have a shot. Oh, good try there by Jeremy. Just a little bit short. Nice shot by Eddie. I think his 1 ball will go past the 9 into that corner. Yeah, there's enough of that pocket he can see to probably get that 1 in there. Probably wants a little better angle. Got a little close to his work there, but he should be fine, be able to draw back out of that. Alright, a little background noise there. Like I say, we set up our streaming desk in the back room off of the pool room to avoid the music coming through on YouTube due to copyright infringement. So sometimes we get a little clutter and clank and stuff of the kitchen staff doing some work. We're not actually in the kitchen, but we're kind of in the storage room for the restaurant. Oh, Jeremy tried to call a drawback, get shape, and pulled it right into the side pocket. That's going to get ball in hand to Eddie. So he doesn't have any balls in any trouble spots. We'll just see where he wants to start and connect the dots. Yeah, I like taking the 1 first here. Then you can use the 4 to get shape on the 8. Played that nice. And he pockets the 8 and goes up 3-2. This is a race to 5. So now Eddie only needs 2. Jeremy needs 3. Jeremy's. Oh, that was a nice move there to get that ball away from his three. 7 balls in a little bit of a tough spot. And yeah, he didn't quite work his way through traffic there, so now he's got a tough shot. So let's see how he decides to get out of this one. Very nice there. Very nice shot. Got that 7 out of there. I mean, he didn't get rewarded with a great shot, but that was a good play to get it out of there. He's going to try the cross bank. Alrighty. Got it fairly well. Not sure if he can see that through there. Oh yeah, he can see the 11. So alright, Eddie's working through this rack pretty well. Man, he played that nice. Left himself a perfect shot for the side pocket. So this is going to give Eddie another game to go on the hill at 4-2, and he gets the break. Alright, he didn't get a very decent spread off that break and didn't pocket anything. So that's going to bring Jeremy to the table. Gets his option on what to shoot. From what it looks like, he only has a good shot on a stripe. Just fell a little short of cutting that 12 in the side. So now Eddie will have a chance back at the table. But doesn't really have a good shot on any of the solids. He can see the one, but that's about it. I mean, he can maybe get through there and see the 5, which is what he's looking at. Don't know if he's got enough for him to cut it. Oh, he hit the 14 first, so that's going to be ball in hand. At Biller RD, which I'm sure is a reference to billiard, I typed in your message on the chat in a translator, and if you have some ideas, you can send them to Rick at badboysbp.com. You know, we're always open. You know, if you have any artists out there and have any suggestions, send them in. You can go to badboysbilliardproductions.com, or it's badboysbp.com, and send us an email with any ideas you have. We're always open to suggestions. Say this is a free stream. We do the best we can with the equipment we have. So be sure and hit that like and share button. The more likes and shares, the more sponsors want to get involved, the more viewers we have. We've got a good group of sponsors. They're listed up at the top of there: JB Cases, Diamond Billiard Products, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, Lippman Lights, and Hustlin' USA Clothing. Be sure and go to these companies' websites and check out all the products they have to assist you in your billiards accessories. I'm actually going to start working with Jerry and Lori on some cues for myself. It takes me a long time to make a decision, so hopefully we can shoot a few designs back and forth and come up with something I like, and then they'll start production. I'm not in a real big hurry, but everybody I've talked to really likes their cues, and I know Jerry and Lori are good people. And it's a good thing to help out the small independent companies in the billiard industry. Most of them do really quality work, not like the bigger companies that kind of just push stuff out, mass production. And I'm not knocking those bigger companies. They make some quality products. I mean, take it for example, Q-Tech. I mean, you got Shane using them. Sky Woodard uses them. Federer Gorsh uses them. So yeah, by no means am I knocking none of the bigger companies, but I kind of like using the smaller ones and a little more personal. All right, Eddie is on the hill, so if he can run this rack out, it'd be the end of the match. He kind of got himself in a little bit of a tough situation. Going to try and cut this 6-ball in, and just fell a little short and rattled it in the pocket. Don't count Jeremy out. We've seen him run some racks plenty of times here, and so. Oh, you got a double kiss there, knocked knocked in that 14. I kind of think he wanted to hold it and use that to get shape on something. He's still got a shot here. I think his best shot is to run the 10 up that rail. Gonna look at the end view here. Because he could knock the 11 into the 6 and do it lightly, so the 11 replaces the 6 in the pocket, and that blocks. Perfect. Now that blocks the 2. Oh, he might have left a little enough room to squeeze through there. Yep, he did. So that didn't work out. All right, Eddie's got this 7 up in the top right corner. Should be able to just hold the cue ball down for the 8. And he does so nicely. All right, so he puts that away, and final score is 5-2. Eddie takes that win and moves on the winner's side. Jeremy will drop down to the B side. So that's the end of our 9 o'clock match. Again, this is Diamond Dawson here. Appreciate you tuning in to badboys.tv. Come back and see us at about 10:30 Eastern Time. That was our 9 o'clock match.